Good day to you. Amy Demas here. Have you ever thought about the different types of questions that we use throughout the day? Our topic today on communication timely tips. There are many types of questions that we use throughout our day. Today we're going to cover 5 categories of questions. And the reason they're important is if we don't know how to ask the right questions, we're not going to get to the right answers, or we're not going to discover what we need to know. So we want to make sure that we're as effective as possible. So the 5 different types of questions we are going to discuss are the permission questions, the clarifying questions, the discovery questions using closed and open-ended questions, then our leading questions, and then finally, wishing. So first of all, permission questions. We tend to use these at the beginning of our calls, at the beginning of our interactions, and our most common one is, how may I help you? Another place where we use these type of permission questions are when we need to ask before we do something, such as, may I place you on a brief hold? That would be another type of permission question. And then, may I ask your name? So they're doing us a favor by giving their permission and working with us. Those are permission questions. Next, we have clarifying questions. And we use these when we repeat information back to a person that we've heard. I noted that you said A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Is that correct? Or we may use something like this. I believe I heard you say, repeat it back. Was that accurate? Or we may make sure that they actually understood what we said by asking, do you have any other questions for me or anything else that you need me to answer? So those are clarifying questions. Now moving into discovery questions. These are the type questions we use especially on that inquiry call, on that first call when somebody calls into our office. And in the past, we tend to use these close-ended questions. And if we use too many of them, it sounds very fill in the blank like. It feels like an interrogation. It would be like this: name, date of birth, address. It's very staccato-like. And when I listen to the tens of thousands of calls that I listen to in a year, even when I open up a wave pattern for these type of calls, I can tell because they look like staccato things. Name, reply, date of birth, reply, and response. And they don't elicit a feel of warmth. So ways to do that is begin inserting some strategically placed open-ended questions. A great one at the beginning of a call is this: and what prompted you to call us today? You would be surprised at the type of information that begins to flow out of our callers by simply giving them that time and the space to do so. And also, if you've got a relationship-oriented person, this really meets them at their point of need. Another great open-ended question at the end of such inquiry calls is to ask something such as this: is there anything else we can do to make your first visit more comfortable? This is usually where we will discover and uncover that maybe there is a patient who's nervous, or there is a special consideration or a special need. And it's very nice if we give them that time and space to be able to explain that to us. So those are discovery questions. Next up are the leading questions. And these are the type questions that the way in which we structure them, we're actually taking them to the result we want. It's why sometimes judges will say to attorneys, you are leading the witness. But we're using this as a point of influence, and especially when we are looking to schedule people on our calendars. So the doctor has A or B. Which one works best for you? It shows that I want them to choose A or B as one of our limited choices. This is different than saying, Yes, I have A or B. Do any of those work for you? As if we have unlimited options ahead of them. It's subtle, but it's impactful. Another one is we have offices A or B. Which one works best for you? Those are the leading type questions. And the final one we're going to talk about today are really wishing. Well, wishing is a type of question, but it's more of pleading. And the place that I most commonly think of when I think of wishing questions are like the McDonald's playground or a regular playground, and you watch the adults trying to get kids off the playground. I mean, think about it. How effective is this? Johnny, we're going to go in 5 minutes, okay? Okay? You know, the shoulders hunch, the eyes squinch, and the lilt of our voice just keeps going upwards and upwards. That's really wishing. Or how about this, when we say, do you want to fill out your form? Okay. Or when do you want to come in? And we get this stance, and it really loses our posture of being in charge. So this is one that I want you to eliminate and be very aware of using when you should not be using it. Here's the thing. If you want the answer, ask the question. But I feel we should add on to it. Ask the right type of question. Hope you found this helpful. Till next time, I'm Amy Demas, and I want you to go communicate excellence.